Okay, as you may already know, I'm a big fan of Induro tripods, and this is another new one. This one's the most portable of the Induro tripods that I currently own. I think I own 4 so far. And this one is the CGT114, referred to as the Grand Turismo, and it's a carbon fiber 8X tripod. Now, one thing you'll notice, I'm going to compare this to another tripod that I reviewed previously, the CGT114. You're going to notice that the legs are smaller, and so there are some trade-offs. When you go to a travel tripod like this that's more compact and lighter weight, it isn't going to be quite as heavy duty. But if you look on the website, the Induro website, both tripods are rated at about the same weight capacity, so I don't understand that. The CGT114 to me seems like a heavier duty tripod. That said, you'll see later in the video, I'm going to put my D700 with a battery grip with a 70-200 lens on this puppy, and it's going to hold it fine. So this will do some heavy duty work if you need to force it into that mode. But I think it's better suited for most of the mirrorless camera systems. I have an A7R Sony that I'll use on this quite a bit. I have an NEX7 that I'll use on it quite a bit. So I don't really recommend this for the heavier duty cameras, big DSLRs, but hey, you could force it into that kind of use if you need to. If you're traveling and this is all you have, hey, the best tripod is the one you have with you. You can see how the legs fold down, and they have 3 positions that you can put them in once they're down in the tripod position, depending on how low to the ground you want to get. So that gives you a lot of versatility. You can see there's those little pieces that you pull out, the little plastic piece there that you pull out. You have to take a little tension off it, and then you can pull it out, and then you can adjust it into those various positions, or you can let it go all the way up to the folded position. And that's what this reverse folded position is, what makes the tripod so small when you fold it up. And at the end, I'm going to show you the bag that comes with it. Very nice travel bag. And by the way, all of these Induro tripods, I believe, come with a 5-year warranty, but I've got several that are already more than 5 years old, and they're still like brand new. These are great, high-quality tripods. If these newer ones are as good as my older ones that I have, these should last a very long time. This has the lighter duty ball head on it than the one that I put on the CGT114. The CGT114 did not come with a ball head. So since this comes with a ball head at about $490 most places, it's actually a decent value as far as Induro tripods go, because it includes this ball head. And this has a unique adjustment there with your thumb where you adjust the tension so that you can pivot the camera around and have it still hold in place. You can adjust the amount of tension for the particular camera that you're using. And once you get that adjusted, you can kind of leave that adjustment unless you change cameras or lenses and you have more weight and you need to adjust that. So that's kind of convenient, really, to have it built in like that. My other ball head has a separate knob for adjusting that. This one they've kind of combined it in that one knob, again making it more compact. All of these things are trade-offs. So you make it more compact, it's not quite as heavy duty. Same thing with the tripod, more compact. The legs aren't quite as big in diameter, and so they're not going to be quite as strong. But still, for a travel tripod, this puppy is very strong. And I really wouldn't recommend any of the other travel tripods on the market. If you can handle the size of this one and the weight of this one, it's not much heavier than most of the other travel tripods, by the way, and it's not that much bigger. I think you get a much better tripod. I think you get something that's much heavier duty, that is going to serve your needs possibly longer, and can carry that heavier camera from time to time. When you need to put something heavier on there, you're going to have that option. Plus, it's taller. This one can get up to, let's say you're about 6 feet tall. If you got it at the highest adjustment, you're going to be looking right at the LCD on the back of the camera. So that's pretty good. So even if you were 6'2" or 6'3", your eye would be about at the EVF eye level if you got it in the highest position, which a lot of the travel tripods do not go that tall, and that to me is a very big drawback. A, I don't want to be bending over to look into the EVF. B, when I'm interviewing people, doing a stand-up or whatever, I like to try to have the camera slightly higher than their face level, so it's a slight downward shot, not an upward shot, because that's not as flattering, A. And also if you've got some hot light in the back, some sun or something, if you're shooting down a little bit, you can compensate for that a little bit. So I like to try to be able to get higher. There's a comparison between the two tripods. See the legs? See how the travel tripod is smaller than the CT214? There you can see in that shot the travel tripod's on the left. Sorry, I was a little bit out of focus there. And here are the two tripods height-wise. You can see again that the CT214 that was on the right there was a little bit taller, but still, again, this one has adequate height. If you're, let's say, 6'2", 6'3", you're going to be fine with the height of this tripod. If you're much taller than that, you are going to have to stoop down a little bit to look in. But here you can see I've got the Nikon D700 on there, and it's definitely can handle the weight. It's not dropping. The ball head isn't, dropping when I let go of it. So, and now here we go. We're going to fold it up again, and we're going to put it in the travel case, and you can see that it's a little bit chunky, okay? So it's kind of wide, but it is small enough, I believe, to go in most carry-ons. At least that's what most of the reviewers have said. I haven't tried it in a carry-on, but it should go in a carry-on bag. So that's a big plus as well. The bag that comes with it, not sure how much I will use it. There's a little place right there where you can hook a strap on to this, and then you wouldn't need the bag, but it's nice to have the option of the bag. And by the way, there's a 1/4 screw on the side of this too that you can unscrew, and you can put a mount on there for like a recorder or something that you might want to mount to the tripod using a 1/4 screw. So that's really thoughtful that they've included that on the side of the tripod as well. Some extra accessories here. There's a little tool kit with the feet that you can change. I guess if you're on an icy situation, these spike feet might come in handy. I've never used them on my other Induro tripods, and the little kit came with those tripods as well. But it's nice that they include it. There's also a short center column that is included in here, and that's good if you want to get even closer to the ground for macro photography or whatever. I've never used something like that on my tripods, but if your use case warrants it, then there it is. It comes with the tripod. That's kind of neat that they threw that in and included that. I guess you could put a different ball head on there too and use that as a quick change way of changing your ball head if you wanted to use it for that purpose as well. So anyway, Induro is a very thoughtful company, very high quality. I really like their tripods. Let me know how you lock down your camera, and especially in a travel situation, what you use. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and follow me on Twitter. Thanks again.